Starks was the little guy that the crowd related to.
A standing ovation welcoming back John Starks.
John Starks personified New York.
He just played hard. Boss was a little crazy, too.
John Starks, unconscious here.
He definitely understood where he came from. He was just like, I'm gonna live this day like it's my last. He was just fearless.
John Starks.
Starks played the kind of game that we all wish we played in the playgrounds. He really always took it to the hilt.
Erratic, dramatic, acrobatic, charismatic.
Starks for three.
We've seen him be always a guy making that pivotal play and flaunting it, dancing off the court, tantalizing guys up in their face, you know, always making the threes, pulling his shirt. So he was very animated on the court, very provocative type of player.
I came to the game prepared to win at all costs, and that's my whole mindset. I'm going to go in there and play like a tiger. I'm going to do everything I can out there on the court to help this team win, whether it's diving for balls, doing whatever.
In the heat of competition, John Starks was going to do whatever it took to get respect and to win.
An unconquerable spirit lifted John Starks to NBA stardom. His fearless nature was an inevitable byproduct of a troubled youth in Oklahoma.
North Tulsa was a very tough city. It's really a Wild West type of scenario. Anything could happen.
It was 7 of us. I had 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and my mother and my grandmother. So we had beds stacked to the ceiling, and so we all had to squeeze in like sardines at night. My mother, she was a tough lady.
Unfortunately, she had a lot of run-ins with different men in her life who beat her.
Seeing what she had to go through and all the, battles that she had to deal with in her personal life, from physically being abused, it makes you see things in a different light.
His mother was that role model that he got, that tenacious quality, but his older brother was the one who really toughened him up, and John and he really went after each other on the playground.
Monty was the guy who kind of pushed me. He used to beat me up, elbow me, and I used to take it. Eventually, one day I came in the gym, and I told myself enough, and I ended up whooping his tail.
That kind of fearlessness that you saw with John was really a lot of the, aftermath of what happened with John on the court with his brother Monty.
Starks' competitive spirit was apparent early on, but a self-destructive streak led the talented guard on a dizzying basketball odyssey.
My first stop was at Rogers State Junior College. Got in trouble for breaking in another person's room and stealing their boombox. And I went up to Northern Junior College. Me and 3 of my teammates was in there, smoking marijuana, and ended up getting kicked out of school there.
Perpetually unsettled, Starks bounced around 4 different Oklahoma junior colleges in 4 years. Desperate, he sought change.
I can remember one night, and I told myself, and I got on my knees and I prayed, and I asked God to take me out of this situation that I was in. And no sooner than that, the next day, it seemed like things just started happening for me. I enrolled in school, and I got a job at Safeway, making $3.35 an hour. So I ended up doing that at nighttime and do things in school at the same time.
Safeway really shaped him. He realized if I can work this hard at a Safeway, when he got his chance playing basketball, there's no decision that he had to make that he wasn't going to work hard.
Undeterred by previous missteps, Starks refocused his energies and earned a basketball scholarship to Oklahoma State University.
Here comes Starks again on the fast break. Yes, John Starks.
I told myself, if I'm going to have an opportunity to make it, I'm going to have to play at the Division I level, even if it is for 1 year.
Larry Brown was coaching at Kansas when John played his 1 year at Oklahoma State, saw John play, and John wasn't drafted by anybody when he came out of college, but Larry Brown liked him.
Larry Brown liked what he saw in me. You know, he liked tenacity.
Brown, the newly appointed Spurs head coach, invited Starks to training camp as a free agent.
He just missed making that team, but then Don Nelson gave him a chance at Golden State. He got him to Golden State.
I was like, wow. You know, I'm working at Safeway, making $3.35 an hour, playing street basketball, intramural basketball, and all of a sudden I'm in the NBA in 2 years. It's funny how things work out. I just came out of nowhere. I had in my mind that if I get an opportunity, there's no way I'm coming back home, period.
What a move by Starks, who was able to sky.
I've been in the Garden a lot of times. I don't know if I've ever heard a louder roar.